July 27th, 2024. Yesterday on July 26th, 2024, Circle Restaurant in Deerfield, Ohio. Between 6:30 and 7, I go in and sit down with my friend. We have dinner. Okay? Middle-aged white men in polo shirts are at the register at the counter. There's cameras. Police need to pull it. They'll have them. Part of the cartel. Said, we were listening to this, where she was talking about that guy bailing this one guy out from a team. We found out it was a recruiter. They even said what kind of recruiter. Oh, I even know what team he works for. A major league. See, on January 25th, 2019, was an odd day. We had, because we have 10 grandkids, 3 sons, daughter-in-laws, and then what we did for each other. Dave always got a bonus in January, a giant one. So we went out and got a payday loan, paid for Christmas and all the extra stuff we had, okay? And then on his bonus, we'd always pay it off, or a big chunk of it off, okay? I went down to get the money at Wood Forest, and there's weirdos down there saying stuff. I go pay the loan, and some idiot let the door fly, and I grabbed it with my sore arm, and it was hurting. I went and walked around the mall. Dave was wanting to go to the shooting range, and I didn't want to drive all the way back to Ravenna to come all the way back down to Massillon. So I went out to Bell and walk around the mall. They had 30, 40 men show up to harass me. Well, Sarah, my one witness, I had gave her Will's number before, where he left it in a voicemail. Put it in that car and dropped it off for our manager, okay? She put the card in her locker. It had that agent's number in it. I'm scared because all these men are showing up, rah, 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 at me. I walked in. I said, would you call him? I'm scared. Okay? I went to walk out, and they said she's got an FBI agent that protects her. I go back in. I went, stay out of this. I was afraid they had hurt her because she has his number. So I go down to Dixie's. The drug cartel was flying by to the big truck guys. And she's wanting me to go for a ride and talk to her. And I'm telling her a talk won't fix this. Okay? We go down, and where Dave got caught on surveillance of killing 2 people, and I'm hiding, crying like a baby girl on the gunshot night. Okay? Some idiot wanted to bully me into staying quiet about it. Shows up and said, I want to see her shot pattern with a guy with him. Started laughing, says she has nothing to worry about. No, there's a video with Dave with the shooters that they killed 2, and me hiding on the floor like a baby girl crying, paralyzed in fear. Okay? We go up to Ravenna. He wanted Steak and Shake, and it's up in Streetsboro. We drive up there, and he's going like this, because the next time they were supposed to come up and kill me, take care of me once and for all. And he's like flinching. We get home to the end of our road outside Ravenna. The big truck guys are there. I get in the tub, and he's running by the bathroom like a chicken with his head cut off. He thought they were going to show up and kill me. I got in bed, and I'm crying my eyes out. I'm scared. And someone bangs on the door, and real loud. They're talking. For the police always knew she was innocent, and innocent before. They were talking about it at the station. Some guy was bailing this guy out from a team and said, if she's innocent, I'll pay a fine or bail. Said, no, the police already knew she was innocent and innocent before, and they'd never want to arrest her. They knew somebody else did something wrong before. And they told that person that that agent was trying to put a fine on me for telling someone. So I couldn't afford to pay it. Okay? And that's why he offered to pay that fine or bail. And no one will say a word to her for saying something. Right after that, people said, well, she's in that giant 4-day loophole. They said, what's that? It's the big 4-day loophole of what that agent did after she called the hotline. He went and spoke to everyone that she called the FBI hotline before he talked to her. He met with everyone, telling everyone she called the FBI hotline. He was witness telling on her for calling the hotline. And then on a recorded line, he told on her to everyone. He bullies her. Then he lists her informant. And then he threatens her. Then it all goes back to he's already told everyone she called the FBI hotline. He's been witnessed meeting with everyone, telling everyone she called the FBI hotline. Then he admits it on a recorded line. He told everyone that she called the FBI. He bullies her. He lists her informant and then threatens her. But he's already told. And he's been witnessed, admitted. He already told she called the FBI for help. It's that giant 4-day loophole of what that agent did. And she got sucked into the middle of it. They can never drop her. They're stuck with her for the rest of her life unless they, like my one friend from the prosecutor's office, unless they put her in another witness protection program. They're stuck with her for the rest of her life after what that agent did. It's that giant legal 4-day loophole. Their agent went and told on her, met with, that she called the FBI hotline, witness telling on her, admitted on a recorded line he told on her, bullies her, lists her informant, and then threatens her, but he's already told on her. And it was all him. They could never say a word to her. Do you know what that recruiter did? He sent basketball players. He sent football players from different teams. Showed up in malls and stores. 7-foot men that look like a lion. Seven-foot men that look like Goliath. 300-pound linebackers from football teams. Showed up in malls and stores. One of those idiots show up. They try anything with her. We'll take care of them ourselves. They were loud and proud. Goliath showed up. Do you know what the drug cartel did? It scattered. 7-foot basketball players with giant muscles. 300-pound football players with giant muscles showed up from different teams. He's told people it was wrong that a church killed anybody for any reason. And they walked around me in stores, the malls, and screaming that they would take care of them themselves. Oh, where the cartel cuts people in pieces, they would have broke you in pieces. So those men at Circle Restaurant in Deerfield yesterday, between about 6:30 and 7, 50-year-old white men in polo shirts by the register counter, camera above them. The police need to get them. They were threatening that they would take care of that recruiter themselves. You don't know who the hell you're playing with. You don't know who you're playing with. People even talked about the famous celebrities he knew. And the people he knows on football teams and basketball teams, you don't ever want to threaten him. But the police need to pull that tape. They're part of the cartel. They're saying, oh, Will's going to say he was in her home before and she's weird with herself. They already confessed. May 12, 22, they found a tape of them admitting a shower scene in the other room. May 26, 22, they said an attorney told them to Photoshop that shower scene on purpose to make you look weird. The police taped them. In March of 22, my client in Navarre, the next door neighbor, they said Pete ordered everything to be drugged, photoshopped, and made up on me. She talked to the Canton FBI. The police already have them that they drugged me and told me say it. Photoshopped all their lies. Race people out of the room. It's such crazy crap done by the drug cartel. And that Pete is a drug dealer. He works for the Fentanyl King. And like people said, nobody wants to ever say that agent was in her home before. Because like Officer Reinhardt in Louisville said, even the FBI would go to jail for being in your home outside a protective light case with statements. It's entrapment if police or agents do it. So the whole case would get thrown out and the over 1,000 human traffickers would be set free. And like teenage kids, they never want to say Will was in her house before because then he was the one helping drug, beat, and rape her and setting up the whole photoshopping of washing and drug confessions. And he was to set it up to steal from the government. They don't ever want to say he was in her home before. Because we already know they photoshopped the shower scene and they drugged her and told her to say it before. And they photoshopped all their lies and made everything up on me. You don't ever want to say that agent was planning on stealing from the government and using me as a scam with the drug cartel. Because it was a drug cartel in my home before. And Dave hired Pete on his own. And even on a recorded line, those agents that mocked me said Pete's tapes on a recorded line. And we're laughing. We could always use a piece of tape or weird with yourself. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because it's a shower scene photoshopped of washing in another room. What an asinine stunt. And where I had the bruises I couldn't explain, throwing up, heart racing, almost passing out, severe personal infection. They were drug, beat, and raping me. Going to Altman Family Physicians, what on earth is wrong with me? I thought it was a dirty well water. I thought maybe it had a coli in it or something. It was killing me. Maybe I was getting cancer. Something. And here they're drug beating, raping me with amnesia drugs. Drugging me up and telling me to say stuff. And like the police say, we already know about those. You're sleepwalking with them. And I never seen her talk to anybody. And it's not funny that sexual predators, rapists, are running such horrible scams on people. But they need to get those 2 middle-aged drug dealers that were threatening that recruiter. You'll have it on tape. My phone's bugged too. So the police recorded it. You need to get them.